I don't know how many people can imagine this, but imagine standing at the very same spot your mother stood, your grandmother, your great-grandmother, your great-great-grandmother, and on for 7 generations, standing at that very same spot. Well, the falls in all of our memories is a place of creation where the first man and first woman were created from Moon the Transformer. The falls mean strength, they mean courage, they mean inspiration. It's a place to go when you do feel discouraged to lift you up.
Water is universally sacred around the world, and as the water comes over the falls, it transforms and becomes the mist, and as it rises, the mist carry prayers, but they connect worlds, and as those prayers are lifted up, the connection of worlds is also a place of delivering healings, of delivering blessings, of uplifting people.
When I feel the mist, it's as if I'm feeling the same thing that our ancestors felt back between the It's just uplifting, spiritual. It's tremendous.
The first memory that I have of the falls actually takes place at night. I was very, very young. My sisters and I had just watched a couple of movies together, and our father wanted us to get out of the house for a minute, so he loaded us up in our little minivan and toted us off here to the falls, and we were above it. The mist was coming up. It was near winter. It was kind of chilly, but the falls was so full, and you could just feel such passionate energy. And my sisters and I, we were pretty rowdy, but when it came to the falls, there was just a silence, just a knowledge of knowing that there was something great in front of us.
A lot of people don't have an idea how much of the river is diverted to turbines, the generators. Right before it goes over the falls, there's a whole system of intakes, and it is the majority of the river being diverted.
At the top of the falls, there's a power plant. We've been through that transformation. We saw that hurtful development and never imagined that the next attack, this one is hurtful. It's so devastating. It's so raw. It's such an injury.
Members of the Snoqualmie tribe are about to protest what they call the bulldozing of sacred burial ground.
The plan is to build a traffic circle on that land.
When we would lose our young or our old, we would come to the Snoqualmie Falls, not specifically the falls, not the water that falls down, but we would come to the hillside, and we would bury our loved ones. Our Snoqualmie Falls is like a church to us. Usually where there's a church, there's a cemetery not too far away.
And it's that area that brought these people to the falls tonight. It's there. The ground is being disturbed.
We're trying to address all these issues along with the potential for future growth.
Snoqualmie Mayor Matt Larson.
Since the Toko roundabout's taken place, we're hearing them publicly make assertions such as that it was a sacred burial ground.
This has been characterized by the mayor as for future development, planned development. They're planning this around Snoqualmie Falls.
This is our sacred ground, and they have removed the trees and the earth that has been here for thousands of years. Generations have lived here. My ancestors are buried there, and they have removed this ground, and it is irreplaceable.
To me, it would be just like going into someone's church and doing destruction on that. You know, this is not any different, just that it's outside.
In the middle of the future Toko roundabout, a small mound of dirt is marked by a stake. It is here in July that workers unearthed this projectile point. The Snoqualmie tribe estimates it could be 9,000 years old.
It's an amazing amount of time. You think the written word, as we know, it's only been around 5,000 years. Here we have a physical memory of our ancestors that's almost twice that age. It's always a bittersweet thing when an ancient item is discovered. I don't like to see them disturbed from their rest, but sometimes they do speak out, and they need to be heard.
This time period of people are speaking out to tell us that what we're doing is wrong. It is disrespectful. It is a message that people need to hear.
The day that I saw the bulldozers, I didn't realize that a roundabout included an entire hillside. The feeling of coming across the bridge to see the falls and seeing a desert-like setting, just seeing death, just seeing devastation, seeing corruption. It was devastating. It was heartbreaking.
I've known about this project for years, but the first time I actually saw the devastation to the landscape, I cried.
It's tearing us apart. We are that land, that is our ancestors, and we feel it. It's beyond words when you go there and you feel that destruction that they are doing to us as a people.
The Snoqualmie Falls, to me, is like the water flowing. It's just like the blood flowing through me. How do you take that away? How does somebody take control of it like this?
We're a small tribe, trying to find a way. We're trying to protect this area.
It's a very painful thing. It's a painful thing for our people. It hurts to have an elder call you and say, "Do you see what they're doing up there? Can't we stop it? Can't we stop this?" And we're trying.
We ourselves had great longhouses, but they were always built on places which weren't sacred, which were fishing or hunting grounds, and were very carefully selected. And so I hope people would see that there's other places carefully selected that would be better to develop than this sacred ground.
Now, tribal leaders say that they hope to bring enough pressure to bear by having people complain to the city to stop the project. But the mayor tells me, barring some major archaeological find, the project will go on.
We have more talking to do. We have more meetings to have. We have more people to pull in and say, this is not where you do this irresponsible thing.
We asked this project not to move forward.
This is something that's been handed down from our ancestors, and we want to continue that.
We invite all the people that care about this to join us in protecting this amazing, the only one on the earth, the majestic Snoqualmie Falls. People need to speak out, and people need to get involved. So we ask them to. We ask them to do that.
For those that wish to join our cause, I would encourage you to be vocal about it. Come to the falls. Just feel that passion. Write to your city officials. Write to your King County officials. Write to your state officials. Join our Facebook page. Join us together. Join us in our fight to preserve our Snoqualmie Falls.
People can make a difference. My grandmother was kind of a self-taught. One of the things she read and she taught us early on was, if you want to go fast, you need to go alone. But if you want to go far, you need to go together. But I'd like the public to know is we can go far together, and we can protect these beautiful places that can never be created anywhere else.
Eshiegwa tiskaliti. Eshiegwa ti yalalabcha. Eshiegwa tiskwat. Skakwabuchad.